Hey folks, James Abrinio here, and in this video, we're going to talk about social media, specifically social media as it relates to your car accident case. You've got a case here in Virginia, and why you need to be careful about what you're doing on social media when your case is pending. Unfortunately, I've had clients learn this the hard way, and we'll walk through a few examples. And hopefully, at the end of this video, you'll realize that and I'm a big social media user as well, but you'll realize that having social media, using it during the pendency of a civil litigation case, particularly a car accident case, can be really hurtful, detrimental to your case. So let's start. So I want to be clear. If you're pursuing a car accident case here in Virginia, that typically involves trying to get money from a car insurance company, whether it's the defendant's insurance company where they've hurt you and you're trying to get money for them, or you're pursuing your own insurance through your underinsured motorist company, they will scour your social media accounts. You can assume that they will be looking at your social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all those kinds of accounts, to figure out if there's anything on there they can use against you in your case. Now, to be clear, if it's information that's admissible in court, they will absolutely use it if they can. They will be the first to, in front of a jury, to post that up onto the whiteboard or up onto the projector, photographs, video, all of the like. If it can be used in defending their case, it can be used to try to pay you less money for your injuries. Even if they can't use it in court, during depositions and things like that, they will let us know that they've been using in the social media accounts, your social media accounts, to investigate you, because they know that it's intimidating. It feels like a violation of privacy, even though social media is public. But they'll be looking at it, and you got to be aware of that, particularly if you've got an ongoing litigation case. Now, if you're claiming that you're injured, they're going to look for, and I'm just using an example here, they're going to look for vacation pictures. They're going to look for pictures with you and your friends out doing social events, whether it's partying or at a concert, whatever the case may be. And they will try to use that to counteract your injury claim. So, perfect example. Let's say, for instance, you're claiming that you've got a shoulder injury and you can't use your shoulder, and then they're able to get pictures of you vacationing in South America doing zip lining, or they've got pictures of you at CrossFit doing shoulder exercises or any kind of exercises. They've got video of you doing anything using your arms. They're going to try to use that against you. So you have to be aware, even if it's innocuous. I've had clients claiming brain injury cases and effects from that, and they happen to go on vacation. And I've had defense counsel and defense insurance companies, the fact that they found pictures of them vacationing in Costa Rica or in London or whatever the case may be, they will try to use those photographs in front of a jury in order to say that they really couldn't have been as injured as they're claiming. Because if you're injured, how are you going to go on vacation? And that's the implication. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying these all work, but you just have to be aware that they're going to be using that against you if they can. Even if the photos and video and other evidence doesn't directly relate to your case. So let's say you're claiming a knee injury and they've got photographs of you or video of you doing whatever the case may be, they will try to use it. Even if it doesn't make sense, sometimes they'll just use it in ways to imply that you couldn't have been injured. And again, going back to my example of a person with a shoulder injury or a brain injury case, the fact that they went overseas, that must show that they can have a shoulder injury or a brain injury. My counter to that always is, just because they're injured doesn't mean they don't get to live their life. But just be aware they're going to try to use these photos and videos against you. Now, another point, it may not seem to matter to you, but it does create more work for us, the attorneys. Now, of course, you're paying us good money if we're successful in your case. We charge a contingency fee, and it's a fair contingency fee, and it's usually a decent amount of money. the fact that it creates more work for us isn't, oh, we're just justifying paying this person as much money. What it does is it takes focus off of your case. So the more that you're having us have to go through social media accounts and going through discovery where social media is being presented to us from the defense attorney, that means there's less focus on reviewing your medical records or talking to your doctors or doing trial prep with you or deposition prep with you. The goal that you should be as a client doing for your attorneys, trying to make their job as easy as possible, because the more they can focus on the heart of the case, the more likely they are to be effective. So the last thing you want to do is put your attorney in a position to where they've got to spend time where they wouldn't otherwise have to spend, but for the social media. Now, look, I want to be clear. Again, I use social media. It's part of my business. It's also part of my personal life. And so I'm a big fan of social media. But all I'm saying is, number one, if you've got an ongoing litigation case, you've got to use your discretion. I'm not saying don't use it at all. Just be aware of what may happen if you indeed do use it. And also be smart about it if you're going to use it. Now, the other thing is if you've got an ongoing litigation case, what you can't do, I want to be clear about this, you can't destroy evidence. So if you've got social media up and all of a sudden now you decide that you see this video and you just want to destroy all the evidence, that's actually against the law. So you can't do that. But what I'm saying is going forward, be careful about what you're doing. Make your accounts private and all those kinds of things as well. So hopefully this information is useful. If you've got an attorney, make sure you're talking to them about your social media. Let them know if there's something they need to be worried about. My rule of thumb is I'd rather know about something, a bad fact, rather than find out through a defense attorney or an insurance adjuster. So wish you guys the best. Be safe and just be smart with your social media. Take care.